Good morning, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Good afternoon. I promise just a couple more presentations and then you will have lunch. And I'm sorry it's a little chilly in here. For those of you who were here last year, welcome back. And for the rest of you who are here today, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Deb Robinson, and I'm the glaucoma social worker here at Wills Eye. I'm sure you've all heard the term social worker, but many of you might be asking, what's a glaucoma social worker? A social worker here at Wills Eye takes a broad look at your eye condition and how it may be affecting you and your life. To make that even clearer, you know how your eye doctors, they're very specific. They're looking at your retina, they're looking at your cornea. My job is to look at the big picture and bring that all together. When we first meet, once you give me a call, and I know I've met some of you already in the audience, we will talk a little bit on the phone, and my goal will be to sit back and listen to you. Maybe ask a few questions, but I want to first listen to what you have to say so that I can figure out how can I help you? How can I help to improve your quality of life and safety? But always remember this, our work together is a journey. It's not a race. Problems, barriers, struggles, nothing is solved immediately. What I will do is to help you to identify your unique needs. And I will be able to provide you with the support and resources that are necessary to meet those needs. We will work together to achieve the goals that you and I identify. It's not about what I want for you, it's what you are looking for. And let me just reiterate again, that because this is a journey, maybe it's a short journey that will take a week or a month, or a longer journey that may last a year. The most important thing is to look at me as your advocate, and even more importantly, never hesitate to contact me at any time. So what's so special about a social worker? Social workers like me were clinically trained, master's educated, and state licensed. And we're able to provide the supportive counseling that's often so needed but underutilized by those of you who are struggling with vision loss. Depression, anxiety, and fear. Yes, these are all really common feelings. But let me just tell you, they are all treatable. All right, you see the team up there? I work directly with your doctors to help improve your safety, your independence, and quality of life. As a social worker, I also act as your liaison. So when you find yourself, you have questions or concerns, you just left your appointment, maybe a month down the road, my voicemail is confidential. Feel free and call me anytime. A recent example of this that I wanted to share with you, Dr. Montravati and I were working very closely with a patient, and he nearly lost his employment due to vision loss. But thanks to the effective advocacy and creative thinking by me and Dr. Montravati, along with several emails, phone calls over the course of a few weeks with the Human Resources Department where our patient works, a new position was identified, saving his tenure with the company and his benefits to support his family. Sometimes people feel like if they can't see that they're going to quit their job, things like that, you don't quit your job, you first come talk to a social worker, you come talk to somebody. Because as Mary Sue said, you know, we can go into the job, we can go in and help you save your job. So how can a social worker help you? There are many organizations and resources out there that are designed to make your life easier with vision loss. And it's my job to refer you and connect you to those programs. I will link you to the county and state agencies, even the federal programs who support disabilities like low vision. Yes, I said the word disability. Being visually impaired is just one of the many disabilities that the state is required to recognize and provide assistance for you. A lot of people, when they come see me, they really don't want to have help. They don't want help, they want to be independent. But let me tell you something. Accepting help makes you stronger and makes your life easier. Here's a list on the screen of many common resources that I have referred over the last year. When I started here, when I was at the CARES conference last year, I was very new and I didn't really have much experience. But a year later, I've been able to refer 40 people or more to the Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, 36 referrals to the Bureau of Blindness and Visual Services and the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation. I've made 12 referrals for transportation like CCT and Logisticare, 15 referrals for just a low vision evaluation, 20 referrals to this wonderful PhD occupational therapist, certified low vision therapist in Elkins Park, which is also covered by insurance. He can help with so many things. And 10 referrals just to get a free white cane, because sometimes you just need the cane first and then we'll get you orientation and mobility training. And there are also many other community resources to help prevent social isolation and depression, which we just heard about is really rampant upon people who have low vision. I found out that there's a program at the Achilles Running Group. If you run, you walk, you live in the city, every Saturday they meet. I don't think there's any charge. You show up, you don't show up, and then they'll show you how to be led, a leader, I think it's called, and you take a walk or run, and it's a group that meets every week. There's also volunteer opportunities out there that will really help you get involved with the community. And I'm going to make a plug, the Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. They have a table out there. They are looking for volunteers. No vision, some vision. You may have 1 hour a week. It's a really important thing to give back to the community. And they're also just a great organization. It's a lot of fun over there. I just step over there once a week, sometimes just to say hello. In fact, just yesterday, one of my clients, I'd never heard of this before, he told me about the Carousel House. It's in Philadelphia. It's a program just for visually impaired, and they meet every Wednesday. Don't get too excited, though. It ends in May. Starts in October, ends in May. But keep it in your mind for next year. There are many resources and programs out there in every state. I know I'm here in Pennsylvania, but I have a lot of resources in New Jersey and Delaware also. So I am strongly encouraging every last one of you to get out there and learn more about these programs. And why? Because living life is much more important than allowing life to pass you by, and not allowing your disability to define you, but rather you should define your disability. I created a low vision resource guide, and you can find it at the table. In fact, the research table, who also would love to meet every one of you because they're trying to get people to volunteer to research depending on what kind of glaucoma you have. It's a table out there, only table out there with a balloon, so you can't miss it. But also on that table is a low vision resource guide, which I created and I made in big print. I'm just looking for it now so you know what it looks like. It's like this. It's about 10 pages, has my name. It's, of course, sponsored by Will's Eye. They've supported me every moment of the day that I've been there, and my phone number, and this is just a great reference. But even when you pick it up, it's a lot of times I can really help you get into the system. So this is just going to give you ideas of all the things that you can get involved in. The guide includes a listing of the state and county agencies, low vision programs, financial assistance, transportation options, and much more. And don't worry, if you don't get a chance to pick it up today, just give me a call or contact me and I will send you one. So, when do you ask for help from a social worker? You might be thinking. Is it when you have fallen multiple times at home? Or is it when you're no longer able to work? Maybe it's when you've become so depressed that everything seems hopeless. Actually, none of those are correct. The time to see and ask for a social worker is before any of this is taking place. Perhaps upon your initial diagnosis, you can see you have vision, you just want to know what opportunities are out there. Or maybe when you start to realize that life is becoming just a little bit harder. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Anyone know who said that? Benjamin Franklin. These are immortal words that we should still follow today. Be proactive with your health and functioning. It is never too soon to come see me. Yeah, that's me. Social workers are superheroes. There really isn't much that we don't do. Ask anyone who's worked with me. We're advocates, we make referrals, we're connectors. I was brought here to Wills Eye over 18 months ago to work alongside the Wills Eye doctors in glaucoma. And I thank myself every day that they had a grant and they brought me in. I can help improve the quality of your life, your safety, and your independence. And we do not just look at you as an individual. We also look at your family, we look at your support system, and we look at everything you are involved with. I'm here for you, for your caregiver, and your family. Social workers to the rescue. At this point, I hope you're saying to yourself, how can I meet Mrs. Robinson? My two-sided brochure should have been given to you at the registration table. You can feel free to call me, email me, tell your Wills Eye doctor or the technician or the front desk you'd like to meet with me. You can leave me a note. There's a lockbox right in the waiting area, in the glaucoma waiting area. You can leave me a confidential note. Or you can pick up my business card, which is also in the waiting room. I can't tell you, I have to fill that thing up once a week. And it pleases me that everyone is, grabbing my card and hopefully will give me a call. Again, my name is Deb Robinson, but the name that's probably easiest for you to remember is just call me Mrs. Robinson. I wanted to thank you for coming, for stopping by. I want to thank you to Will Harley, one of the funders for this event, and of course the Glaucoma Service Foundation. It's a pleasure to be here again, and please stop by and say hi to me at the table, and thank you for coming.